Welcome to the Patriot Podcast. I'm your host, Ava Renner. I'm a junior and I watch the news on Sundays with my dad, but I get most of my news from social media. Today I'm here with Yati Patel, Emma Altinis, and Maddy Lester.
Hi, I'm Yati. I'm a junior and I don't really watch the news, but whenever I do hear about it, it's mainly from TikTok.
Hey, I'm Emma and I'm a freshman. I watch the news with my family and I also hear it on social media.
Hi guys, I'm Maddy. I'm a freshman and I hear news from my friends. I don't have social media, so I mostly hear news from people at school.
Today we're talking about the top news stories of 2024. Lots of students at our school get their news from social media, but sometimes it's hard to tell if the news is real or not.
Yeah, I think one of the most surprising news stories of this year was the death of Liam Payne. I remember my friend texted me as soon as she found out, and I opened social media to find out and check.
Like I said before, I don't have social media, so I found out 3 days later that he had passed. I found out while sitting in my journalism class when Yati said that her teacher made a joke about his death.
I was extremely shocked because it was so unexpected, and I found out the morning he passed away, and it was all over the news. I got so many notifications from different news stations, and I was really upset too because I used to listen to One Direction growing up, and my favorite song is Beautiful.
I like that song, but mine was probably Story of My Life.
Yeah, I also found out the morning after from millennials on TikTok crying over his death. I've listened to One Direction before, but I was never a diehard fan. But did you guys see the people who are diehard fans?
I saw that. I saw that all over
actually
TikTok.
didn't see it until you showed it to me.
Went to his memorial and were singing.
I saw that. That was like so
You
sad.
can play a clip from it. Put your hands on my body. Yeah, very unserious.
I know, they're just like
They could have picked
not sad.
any other song,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
So as you can see, this news affected millions of people, but in a completely different way. People were affected by the wildfires that were spreading around New York and New Jersey. Speaking of which, what are your guys' thoughts on the fires?
I think that the fires were really sad because of all the trees, animals, and homes that were burned down. But at first I didn't even realize we were in a drought until my friends told me. And I remember me and Ava were hanging out when we heard the sirens going off.
Personally, I wasn't really scared about the fires. It was always like in the back of my mind that they were going on. I never really paid much attention to them until the reservation behind my development caught on fire. It was like 4 acres behind one of the streets in my neighborhood before it was put out, and that was the day we got the huge rainstorm that lasted for a few days.
Like what Maddie said, it wasn't that serious for me. I didn't think it was going to affect me much, but I was aware that New Jersey wasn't getting a lot of rain. The air was really dry, but I didn't think that these huge fires were going to spread across the state.
Now we have a quote from Emma's sister, Ava. Ava, what do you think about the wildfires that have been going on in New Jersey and New York recently?
What I think about wildfires is that they lose the animals' homes and the animals have to find somewhere elsewhere, and it's just like putting damage to our animals.
The fires, they freaked me out when they first started happening, especially when I was with Yati and we were hearing the sirens.
I remember that. She was
kind of
really
panicking.
scared.
I didn't know.
I think she was just sad for all like the animals.
Yeah, there's a lot of tragedy that can happen with wildfires, especially because they spread so fast, and we aren't used to that in New Jersey and New York, so we're less prepared than California, for an example.
And also, like, people weren't being mindful. Like, they were smoking cigarettes and just throwing them on the floor when they know that we're in a drought.
Yeah, that's how one of the fires started.
Yeah.
All right, to wrap it up, let's talk about Spotify Wrapped.
What was your guys' top musicians? Mine was, like, Tate McRae and Gracie Abrams.
Mine was Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, and Gracie Abrams.
Mine was Lana Del Rey and Frank Ocean.
I like Frank Ocean.
This whole year, I was just listening to good music. 56,000 minutes. I'm like, what
Jenna
are you doing?
Quinn
Yeah.
had 214,000
yeah.
minutes.
Oh, I feel like
Which
that's
is,
definitely going to be me next year.
I don't know how you can listen to music that much.
I love music.
So a lot of people at school have been talking about that as it came out yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of people posting it on their stories.
Yeah. So that's it to wrap up our year and to wrap up this podcast.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.